Hi everyone, this is Aruna, Assistant Professor, Department of Information Technology, SNS College of Technology. In this series, we're going to see about the asset property, that is a consistency, isolation, and durability. So before watching this video, kindly watch my previous video. There I have detailedly explained about the transaction along with the atomicity property. So what do you mean by consistency? Initially, I said that in the previous video itself, it is nothing but you have to maintain the consistency between the database. If you want to credit an amount, definitely it must be added to your old balance. If you want to debit an amount, definitely it must be minus that particular amount from your balance. So for example, what is the definition of consistency is execution of a transaction in isolation preserves the consistency of the database. Why we have to say it is a preserves means isolation is it can be independently, it can be work. It is not known to the other users and all. So only it will preserve the consistency of a database. For example, my account A. From using A account, I'm going to transfer certain amount to my B and the C account. For example, before in my A account, my amount will be 300. Debit for B is 50. My available balance is 250. Again, I'm going to debit 20 from that my account. Now my available balance is 230. Totally out of 300 to 230, difference is 70 rupees. 50 rupees I am going to transmit it to my B account. Remaining 20 rupees I am going to transfer to my C account. Okay, why I am saying it is the consistency means if shows over here, if you are debited 20, again your available balance is 250 means this is not a correct one because you are debited this amount to the C. In the C, it's going to be credited over there. If you are maintaining the same balance 250 over here means this is not a consistent. Here, now it is a consistent. So because your B account before is 100, your 50 is debited from the A account that will be credited over here. Your available balance will be 100 or 150. Definitely it will be a 150. See through that, here C, before is my 50. In A account, we are debiting the 20 rupees. So that will be added over here too. So totally available balance is 70. If you are saying that here available balance is 50, whether that is a consistent or inconsistent, definitely it is a inconsistent. So in this case, we can conclude that my database, my structure, my schema architecture is a consistent one. My relation is a consistent one. Is it clear? So only we going to do this thing before and after. Once if you are reading the data, if you're doing some update over here, definitely that must be replicated to wherever you are using this particular table. So then only we can say our database and transaction are in the consistent state. So this is the property of consistency. The next one we're going to say it as an isolation. So what do I mean by isolation means multiple transaction may executed concurrently without the disturbance of the other transaction. Also we can simply saying that unaware about the other transaction which could be executed concurrently over here. So that particular concept only we can call it as an isolation. There is a multiple transaction may execute concurrently. Each transaction must unaware of other concurrently executing transaction. For example, this is my A account. So some amount I'm going to transmit it to C and B. So this could be do it simultaneously. So this operation only we can call it as an isolation. Is it clear? Am I right? So this can be called as an isolation. Whatever the amount you are debited over here, it is not known to the B. So in the B, what the transaction could be doing is it doesn't know to C. But this both the thing is depend on the server with the same account A. So it depends on same, but it unaware of what could be taken place over here. So this is the independent execution of a T1 and T2 by A. My data item is same, but transaction is different. But here multiple transaction may execute concurrently and unaware of that. T1 doesn't know whether T2 is executed. T2 doesn't know what could be done for a T1. So this particular property only we can call it as an isolation. The next thing is a durability. Durability, initially I said that it is a lifetime. After transaction completed successfully, the changes has made it to database must be a persist, even if there are system failure. Againly, we are saying if my database disk may be failure means I can go for a recover back. Is it right? Recovery technique and all we are going. Similar way, your database must be a persistent, because then only we can say our database is a consistent. Okay, here one is the example over here. Here it is a state 1 and state 2. It applied over here. Intermediately it will be crashes. By using a transaction log, again I'm going to reboot my transaction. It can be transmitted to the changes to be made to the state 2. So here it is a non-volatile storage. It will be stored somewhere in the virtual memory. So in that, it will recover back, it will reboot the transaction or reconstructed the transaction and fully recovered using this particular transaction. It will complete, your amount can be transmitted from state 1 to state 2. So this is entire time taken only, we can call it as a durability. So this is the asset property. It is a very, very, very important property according to the online transaction processing. So thank you for watching my video. In next video, we're going to see about some interesting topic.